Usually when we sit down to record one of these deep dives, I have a pretty firm handle on what we are walking into. We grab a stack of research, maybe a biography, something with a structure, a beginning, a middle, and end.
There's a logic to it.
Exactly. But the source material you brought to the table today, honestly, it scared me a little.
Scared you. It's a strong reaction for, what, a few paragraphs of text?
I think it's the right reaction. We're looking at a text titled The Visceral Geometry of Ecstasy, and just calling it a text feels, generous.
Yeah.
It feels more like we intercepted a radio transmission from a brain that's currently, overheating.
Yeah.
It just defies grammar. It ignores any kind of narrative. It's incredibly uncomfortable. So my first question is just, why? What's the mission here?
I'll admit, it's a huge departure for us.
Yeah.
But here's the pitch. We spend so much time analyzing how language conveys information, facts, arguments, logic.
Right.
But we rarely look at how language fails. Or, maybe more accurately, how it breaks down when it tries to describe something that's just too intense for our normal vocabulary.
So this isn't a story.
God, no. If you look for a plot, you're going to get a headache. We're looking for texture. We're trying to parse this chaotic, fragmented language to understand a state of, well, raw need, as the text puts it.
Okay.
The goal today is to see if we can decode the sensory logic behind all the madness, how words can act as physical sensations, not just symbols.
Okay. I'm game, but I am warning you, the listener. Right now, this is going to get weird. We're talking about fluids and intense heat and a really disturbing mix of candy and agony and some very jarring mechanical imagery. It feels like someone took a dictionary, a romance novel, and an instruction manual for a power tool, threw them in a blender, and just hit pulse.
That's actually a very apt description. But let's see if we can slow that blender down and look at the pieces.
All right, let's just jump into the deep end. The opening, it starts with this deceptive simplicity. The text begins, I am only little, spray myself, and she were soon empty.
Right out of the gate, it just destabilizes you.
I am only little. It sounds like a child. It's disarming. You think, okay, this is a vulnerable narrator.
Exactly. It triggers a protective instinct. But then look what follows immediately. Spray myself and she were soon empty. The grammar just shatters.
It's a perspective shift that happens mid-sentence.
It suggests dissociation. The speaker is I, but the result happens to she. It's like the experience is so intense that the speaker has to step outside their own body to even witness it.
To watch themselves become empty.
And that action, spray myself, it's so visceral. It's a release of fluids, a loss of containment. And the result is just emptiness. It's not I felt empty. It's she were soon empty.
It's like physics, volume in, volume out.
It sets the stage for a world where the body is just a container, a vessel that can be filled or emptied.
And then it gets even more primitive. This is the line that really stuck with me. I kept rereading it, trying to find the verb. The line is, me place heavy pole stick way.
Me place.
Yeah, it's like caveman talk. Or toddler logic. Why strip the language down that far?
Well, think about when you're in a state of extreme physical exertion or maybe extreme pain. Do you think in complex sentences?
No, not at all.
No. You think, me, move, heavy. The text is replicating that cognitive regression. It's stripping away all of the sophistication to get to the brute force underneath.
It does feel heavy pole stick way. It's just this pile of blunt nouns. There's no elegance.
It's cumbersome. It forces you to feel the weight of the action. It implies a world with no room for nuance, only heavy things being moved by force. It's this very masculine, aggressive energy right after that little vulnerability.
And then, just as we're adjusting to that, we get hit with a question that feels like a total fever dream. Why he shoot at this perfect bag of fever tongue.
That is a dense image.
Perfect bag of fever tongue. I've been trying to visualize this. Fever tongue suggests heat, sickness, delirium. The tongue is so intimate, taste, speech. But to wrap it in a bag?
That's the key interaction for me, the objectification. When you call something a bag, you reduce it to a container, a vessel. And calling it a perfect bag implies it has a function.
Its job is to hold the fever.
Its job is to contain this hot, sick, intimate thing.
Yeah.
It's incredibly dehumanizing.
The body is just a sack for sensations.
Precisely. And notice the verb shoot at. It's aggressive. It implies a target. So you have this passive bag of fever being targeted by an active shooter.
It's unsettling. And the text seems obsessed with that kind of gritty, almost dirty desperation. The next line is, man did spot dirty cup by raw need.
Now that is a fascinating psychological link.
Okay, connect the dots for me. Dirty cup and raw need.
Usually we associate need with something neutral at least. I need water. But here, need is paired with a dirty cup. It suggests the intensity of the need just overrides any instinct for hygiene or safety.
Like drinking from a puddle because you're dying of thirst.
Exactly. It strips away the dignity of desire. This isn't some romantic wanting. It's a survivalist, animalistic craving. You see the dirty cup, and your raw need makes you reach for it anyway.
It really creates this atmosphere of grime, which is a perfect segue into the sensory experience of this world, because it isn't just dirty, it's confused. The senses get conflated in a way that just makes my teeth hurt. We get this line, "Must all convulsive candy taste agony?"
Candy taste agony?
Those three words should not live in the same sentence. Candy is childhood, sugar, a reward. Agony is, well, agony.
But are they opposites? Or are they just two ends of the same nervous system response?
That is a terrifying thought.
Think about the word convulse. That's the bridge. You don't choose to convulse. It's a system failure. It happens when the input is too high, whether that's pleasure or pain.
So the text is saying that at a certain intensity, candy taste and agony feel the same.
They both just make you convulse. It's sensory overload, like eating so much sugar your jaw aches, but then dialed up to 1,000. It creates a spectrum where pleasure isn't safe. Pleasure hurts.
And the food imagery keeps coming, but it never sounds appetizing. It sounds medical or just weirdly textured. Fierce girl, make cream skin pudding spread?
Cream skin pudding spread. It's visceral, isn't it?
It's gross is what it is. It turns the human body into a condiment.
A condiment. That is a good way to put it. It's textural. It removes the structure, the bones, the muscles, the agency, and turns the person into something viscous, spreadable.
So the body has just lost its integrity. It's soft, yielding.
Yielding and sticky. There is so much stickiness in this text.
Which leads us to the phrase that I think I'm going to have nightmares about. Please always get over joy between goose slide.
Ah, the goose slide.
I mean, come on, goose slide. It sounds like a bad game show obstacle. But in this context...
In this context, it's about a total loss of traction. Think about the physics of a slide covered in goo. You have no control. You can't stop. You're at the mercy of gravity and viscosity.
And it's positioned next to joy.
Get over joy, which is ambiguous, right? Does it mean get over joy as in recover from it, or get over as in physically moving across it? The goo slide suggests this frictionlessness, where emotions and bodies are just sliding past each other, coating each other with no solid ground.
It's this claustrophobic feeling of being trapped in something wet and slippery. And if that wasn't enough, the text decides to turn up the thermostat. We aren't just covered in goo, we're burning.
The thermal intensity is unrelenting here.
Yeah, we get this paradox, yes, or like in tight lava shower.
Let's unpack tight lava shower. A shower implies water, cleansing, openness. Lava is destruction, molten rock.
And tight, that's the word that gets me. A lava shower is bad enough, but a tight one feels like being encased.
It implies compression. You aren't just standing under it, you're squeezed into it. It's an environment that's all-consuming. It suggests this ecstasy isn't expansive or freeing, it's crushing.
A burning, dangerous immersion where there is literally no room to move.
Exactly.
But then the human brain does something weird. Under that much pressure, right, it checks out, because right next to this lava we can like be with pretty drunk murmur.
The drunk murmur. This is the anesthetic.
It's such a sharp contrast. Lava is violent and loud. A drunk murmur is soft, hazy, incoherent.
It's the mental state matching the physical trauma.
Yeah.
If you were actually in a lava shower, your mind would shatter. The drunk murmur suggests intoxication, a blurring of reality. You aren't screaming anymore, you're murmuring.
You're pretty drunk.
Yeah. It's a dissociation from the pain. It's like passing out in a sauna, that feeling of being too hot and too out of it to care.
And then the surrealism just kicks into high gear. We have this question. Who know a fat of golden finger?
Fat of golden finger.
Is this just random luxury imagery? Is it King Midas? Why is the finger fat?
I think it's more biological than that. It's not, I have a gold ring. It's, I fat of golden finger. It sounds like the gold is the flesh itself. It's bloated.
Loaded with gold.
Exactly. It fits this theme of too muchness. It's an image of excess that has become grotesque. It's not wealth you can spend. It's wealth that's weighing you down, making your fingers fat and unusable.
A corruption of the body by luxury. And that corruption seems to liquefy everything. We see the line, was every passion soaked?
And note the grammar again. Not soaked in passion. Was every passion soaked?
Passion becomes the liquid.
Yes. Passion isn't an internal emotion here. It's an external substance that you're marinating in. It reinforces that idea that the character has no agency. They aren't feeling passion. They're drowning in it.
I feel like I need a towel just reading this. It's so organic and wet. But, and here's the twist, as organic as all this is, there's a cold, hard, mechanical undercurrent that starts to creep in.
The intrusion of the machine. This is where the text pivots from weird to alien.
Yeah, we go from candy and pudding to could take pleasure in probe apparatus.
Probe apparatus. It just lands with a thud, doesn't it?
It sounds like a medical textbook or an alien abduction report. It's so clinical.
It creates this massive emotional distance. Take pleasure in suggests intimacy, but the object of that pleasure is a probe apparatus. It completely dehumanizes the interaction.
It suggests we've moved beyond human touch.
We're relying on tools, cold, unfeeling tools to extract sensation. You're expecting a lover, and you get a medical instrument.
But then, almost immediately, the text snaps right back to the biological. It asks, how would you like gentle, wet animal drip?
The juxtaposition is the point. You have the sterile apparatus on one side and the gentle, wet animal drip on the other.
Animal drip, it's so leaky.
It reminds you that despite the probes and the machinery, we are still dealing with meat, with biology. Fluids, dripping, animalistic behavior. It grounds the surrealism in something very earthy, it says.
Yeah.
You can bring the machines, but the body is still a messy, dripping animal.
And that earthiness gets violent. There's this string of adjectives that I think defines the whole text for me. The line is, for me will let him face sweet, thick, violent smear.
Sweet,
Yeah.
thick, violent.
Those three words tell a story all on their own.
They create a texture, don't they?
I
Sweet
said.
links back to the candy, thick links back to the pudding and the goo, and violent links back to the lava and the agony. It's a synthesis of every conflicting sensation we've discussed.
And it all ends in a smear.
And think about what a smear represents. If you smear a painting, you ruin the image. If you smear a bug, you destroy its form. A smear is the obliteration of boundaries.
It's a visual of something that was once distinct getting dragged across a surface until it's just matter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one more animal reference that feels like it belongs in a kennel from hell. Nip your dog to lap until pound ready.
This is pure dominance and submission. Nip your dog. Lap. Pound ready.
It sounds like training.
It sounds like preparation. It blurs the line between human and animal, master and subject. And pound ready could mean ready for the dog pound, or ready to pound as in impact. It's ambiguous but aggressive.
It's unsettling, but it feels like it's pushing us toward a climax. The energy shifts in the final section. We stop hearing I and me and start hearing we and our.
The collective experience, the individual ego finally dissolves.
The line is, flutter as our full flicker love wave.
And listen to the rhythm of that. Full flicker. It's alliterative. It stutters.
It sounds like a strobe light to me.
Oh.
Or heart infibrilation.
Flicker suggests something rapid, on and off, vibrating, and love wave suggests a shared energy field. It's no longer the isolated speaker in the lava shower, it's a shared vibrating state. The smear has worked.
And that one thing gets a name. And honestly, it's my favorite phrase in the whole text, just for sheer absurdity. There we put beauty behind fun as ecstasy ball.
The ecstasy ball.
What are we supposed to do with that? I'm imagining a disco ball made of goo.
A goo disco ball. I love it. But look at the setup. Put beauty behind fun.
Prioritizing fun over beauty.
I think fun is a euphemism here. In this context, fun is that raw, jagged sensation we've been tracking. Beauty is order, aesthetics, looking nice. The text is saying we are abandoning the need for this to look good.
We only care about the intensity.
We're putting beauty in the back seat, and the ecstasy ball is the result. It's the condensed sphere of that chaotic energy. It's ugly, it's messy, it's a ball of pure feeling.
It gets the singularity of the experience. And then, after all that buildup, the text leaves us with one final tactile image. It doesn't end with a bang, but with a touch. Want push on soft rubber sack body.
And we return to the artificial.
Rubber sack body. We went from a perfect bag at the beginning to a rubber sack at the end.
It's cyclical, but rubber adds a specific dimension. Rubber is industrial, it's fake, but it's resilient. You can push on it, and it bounces back.
It feels so hollow, want push. It's like a child poking a dead thing or testing a balloon.
It's the ultimate objectification. The body has become a sack, just a container for all these fluids and feelings. It's soft, it's rubbery, and the only interaction left is to push on it, to test its elasticity.
It's such a weird note to end on. Not a resolution, just a sensation. Pushing on soft rubber.
But really, how else could it end? You can't wrap a neat narrative bow around a lava shower or a goo slide. You can only end with a lingering texture. The text doesn't want you to understand what happened. It wants you to remember how it felt.
So we've dissected the corpse of this text. We've looked at the goo, the lava, the rubber sacks. If we step back from the microscope, what's the takeaway for the listener? Why should they care about this word salad?
I think the value lies in breaking your brain's autopilot. We are so used to language acting as a clean delivery system for facts. The cat sat on the map. The meeting is at 2 p.m.
Right.
This text just refuses to do that. It forces you to engage with language as a physical material.
It's like looking at an abstract painting instead of a photograph.
Exactly. A photograph tells you what a scene looked like. An abstract painting, or a text like this, tries to tell you what the scene felt like. It succeeds in transferring a sense of wet, hot, chaotic intensity that a grammatically correct sentence never could.
It's a reminder that words have power beyond their dictionary definitions. They have a mouthfeel. They have a temperature.
And sometimes grammar actually gets in the way of the truth. By breaking the grammar, this text achieves a smear of meaning that is perhaps more accurate to the experience of extreme ecstasy or extreme pain than a perfectly constructed sentence could ever be.
That's a fascinating way to look at it. It's not nonsense. It's just a different frequency.
Precisely. It's a transmission from the nervous system, not the intellect.
Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like I need to go take a very normal, lukewarm shower and maybe read a dictionary just to reset my factory settings.
A little structure would be very refreshing right now.
But before we go, here's something for you to think about. We talked about how this text breaks language down to get to the raw need. So when language breaks down into things like goose slide and lava shower, are we actually getting closer to the truth of an experience? Or are we simply losing ourselves in the noise?
At what point does the smear stop being profound and just become a mess?
That's the question. Is clarity the truth, or is chaos the truth? Chew on that, preferably not with a fever tongue. Thanks for taking this strange trip with us. We'll see you on the next deep dive.